and welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are introducing our brand new die, Santa's Belly, which coordinates perfectly with our brand new pillow box die. It's absolutely adorable, so let's go ahead and check it out. I've cut a pillow box from some red cardstock, and now I have all of my Santa's Bellies pieces, and I'm using some kind of yellow gold cardstock here for the buckle and the buttons. Then I'll use some black cardstock for the belt, and white cardstock for the little ruffle and the middle white piece. Now once you run that white piece through, you're going to run the scallop through one more time because you're going to need two of those. So now I've got one scallop, and I'll just run that paper through a second time to get my second scallop. And here you'll see all of the pieces that you need to create your cute Santa's Belly pillow box. So I always like to start by forming the box first. So I'm going to fold along the two score lines and crease it really well. And right there along that edge, and crease that well. And then I'll coax those perforated rounded edges in first. And this is one of those dies you're going to want to actually form the entire box before we start adding all the little add-on pieces. It makes it a little easier. So now there, I'm going to peel my adhesive up, fold my box over, and then pop in those rounded edges. The little tabby side in first, and then the solid side on the outside. And then repeat that on the bottom. Then I like to form the front of my Santa box there on the edge where you don't see the flap, so kind of on the front part of the box instead of the back. And the first thing I'm going to do is use some liquid glue to glue down this middle piece here. And you'll see it's really helpful to use liquid glue because to get this perfectly centered is kind of hard, so liquid glue gives you that extra little wiggle room. And now these little ruffled pieces have two score lines that the die creates for you. So I'm just going to fold along those score lines and then put this ruffled edge along the top of the box. Once again, I'm using liquid glue because you kind of have to mess with it a little bit to get it to line up perfectly, and liquid glue really helps for that. So I'm going to line that folded edge right with the edge of the pillow box, fold that other edge over, and then now the back side can line up. And then now I can repeat that with the bottom part of the pillow box. So I'm just going to add that piece on there with my liquid glue, fold that edge over. That folded edge really kind of helps you line it up perfectly. Get that little tabby over the edge. It gives you a nice finished look that way. And line that all up together. Now the belt also has score lines that it makes for you, which makes it perfectly go around the box, just like that. So once again, I'm repeating myself here. I'm going to use liquid glue, and then you want to fold the edge on the right side down first, and then the rest of the belt coming from the left down after. And I like to kind of hold it in place, make sure that glue dries really well. And now I can layer that buckle right on top of the belt. And the last little step is to add the 4 cute little buttons. So I'm just using a tiny drop of liquid glue and placing those onto my box. And I just think it looks so cute. This is perfect for holiday gifts because you can fit a gift card inside this little pillow box. So it's just too cute. So there you can see how it looks really finished on the back end too. And it's just absolutely adorable. Now I thought it would be fun. I really wanted to have a note card that had this look. So what I'm doing is I've cut a pillow box with my pillow box die. I'm going to trim off that little tabby edge there. And then I'm going to fold along that middle score line. And this is going to be the fold of my card base. So I'm just going to crease that really well. And then the next thing I'm going to do is cut off these rounded edges. And it's actually really easy to do because the scissors kind of fit into the grooves of those perforations. So you can kind of just fit the scissor into the groove and follow that all the way around and just cut those top and bottom edges off. And you'll see there it's finally coming together. And I can just do the same thing for the bottom part. And now I have a cute little note card in the shape of a pillow box. So now I can repeat the same exact thing that I did before. I put the white centerpiece down first, and then now I'm going to line up my little scallops on both the bottom and the top. And then here with the belt, you're going to have to kind of work with it a little bit. So you're going to have the belt go across there, and then the other side of the belt is going to go towards the inside of the card. If not, it would close the card completely. Then I'm going to take another belt, I've die cut it twice, and I'm going to cut off from the score line towards the rounded edge. Just chop that part right off. And then now it's going to line up with the inside part of the card. Now here I realize I shouldn't have glued down the rounded part of the belt. That was an oops there. But so it's better to do this part that I did second first. So now with just some liquid glue, you're able to have it look like the belt's going all the way around and that it looks really finished, but it doesn't close the box. And then I added the belt and the buttons in the same way as I did before. Now I wanted to kind of clean up that inside part and have an area to write my message. So I die cut a pillow box here just for some white cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and chop the bottom and edges off and top edges off. And then I can cut it right in half along that scored edge. And then I'm just going to trim off an extra little sliver, and that's so that it fits in there well. If not, it kind of sticks out a little bit. So just trimmed off a little sliver, added some adhesive, and you'll see I was able to fold that over, and now there's a place to write my message in this cute little card. So here you can see both the pillow box version and the note card version, which I think are both so adorable and would go really well together as a gift. So this is Santa's belly, and it coordinates perfectly with our new pillow box die. I used it traditionally here to create a pillow box, which you can see opens up and fits a gift card perfectly. And then I also made a little note card with the pillow box die too, which I think turned out super cute. So cannot wait to see what you guys create with this die. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!